Did these two men create rock and roll in Memphis, Tennessee in 1951? We'll find out next on Another Vinyl Show. Ike Frasier Industries presents Another Vinyl Show with Ike Frasier. This channel will be discussing rare records from the rock era, from the 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s, 2000s, and beyond. Discussing rare mixes, mono stereo variations. If it rocks and it's on vinyl, we'll be discussing it on this channel, and we hope you'll come along for the ride. Is Rocket 88 the first rock and roll record? In 1949, Oldsmobile released their first muscle car, the Rocket 88, and this car was the inspiration for what possibly could be the very first rock and roll record. Now, in March of 1951, Ike Turner and his Kings of Rhythm headed to Memphis, Tennessee for their debut recording session, but they didn't have any original songs. So through games of car spotting, they came up with lyrics about the car that they'd seen the most, the Rocket 88. Now, loosely basing this on Jimmy Ligon's Cadillac Boogie from 1948, according to Jackie Brenston, they had a song. Now, Ike Turner was the band leader of the Kings of Rhythm, piano player and occasional vocalist. Jackie Brenston was the vocalist occasionally, and he was a saxophone player. They had Raymond Hill, who takes the sax solo on this song, Willie Lee Kaiser, who dropped his amplifier to make that distorted sound by mistake, and Willie Bad Boy Sims on the drums. Now, James Cotton, a Sun artist and future Muddy Waters harmonica player, claims that he wrote the song with Ike Turner in 1951. But B.B. King didn't send them to go see Sam till March, and this is what Ike Turner has to say.
Appointment with you, for you, at the record company that I'm with. And we said, yeah, really? And so we didn't have no song, man, because Rocket 88 was wrote on the way to Memphis. We didn't have nothing original.
So the Kings of Rhythm arrive in Memphis at the Memphis Recording Service, run by Sam Phillips at 706 Union Avenue, Memphis, Tennessee, future home of Sun Records. Sam holds these sessions on either March 5th or March 9th of 1951, as memories have faded a wee bit, but he came up with a great businessman solution. He took sessions by Ike and sessions by Jackie that were recorded and leased them to Chess as two different artists. Some as Ike Turner and some as Jackie Brenston and his Delta Cats, an imaginary band because Jackie Brenston and his Delta Cats is actually Ike Turner. So, Chess Records leases these from Sam and releases them as Chess 1458 for Jackie, Chess 1459 for Ike simultaneously. The up-tempo Rocket 88, of course, is the instant hit, and it sells over 500,000 copies, making that song number one on the jukebox charts in June for 5 weeks and number one on the Billboard Hot R&B sides for 3 weeks. So it has the number one position for a total of 5 weeks. 5 weeks at number one. What did the Kings of Rhythm make off of that? Well, I tell you what. Ike Turner, he made $20. What about Raymond Hill? Oh, Raymond Hill, he got paid $20. Willie Lee, up $20. Bad Boy Sims, up $20. Jackie, $20. But Jackie got songwriting credit, and he sold the publishing for $910 to Sam Phillips, who turned around and sold the publishing to the Chess Brothers, who put it in their Arc Music catalog. Influence and legacy. A young 16-year-old Elvis Presley supposedly bought this record, according to Time magazine. An 18-year-old Little Richard said he'd never wanted to play piano till he heard this, and that Good Golly Miss Molly was a note-for-note take on Rocket 88. Rocket 88's 45 is a little bit of a mystery because some people believe it was released late 54, early 55, but the Monarch pressing plant paperwork shows that they didn't work on this record until January of 56. Chuck Berry is hugely influenced by this. Bob Dylan was influenced by this record. Stream of consciousness lyrics. There's no chorus on Rocket 88. Inducted into the Blues Hall of Fame in 1991. Inducted into the Grammy Hall of Fame in 1998. The Rock and Roll Hall of Fame inducted this song in 2018. And the National Archives Library of Congress inducted the song in 2024. What could be the value of this record? Well, there are 4 known copies of the original 1951 Chess acetate. What could be the value? Priceless. That's right, priceless. The original 78 RPM from 1951. Well, on eBay, the top sale for that was $793 and Discogs $500. The 45 RPM on eBay is the only sale I could find at the moment, and that was $1,147. This is the original white label promo multicolored vinyl LP, first LP appearance of the song, a very rare record. This one values in at, let's see here. We got an eBay $381 and Discogs $166. That's a deal. Stock copy $175 eBay, $58 on Discogs. Japanese only P-Vine LP, not an original Chess LP, but a Japanese LP that features most of Jackie's songs recorded for Chess. Beautiful record. These normally sell for $60 to $80. There's a few available right now. The early 80s red vinyl reissue, those go for about $30 to $60 if you can find one. That's the one that I have myself. This is the 80s Sugar Hill reissue. This one has gone for $50 to $75, and I believe this is a styrene disc, so it does have good sound quality. This is the Third Man black vinyl reissue. Those go for about $50, but if you actually went to the Third Man store, you could get this beautiful chestnut vinyl for $60. Now, the success of Rocket 88 would go on to cause problems between Ike Turner and Jackie Brenston, to where Jackie would leave the Kings of Rhythm to become a solo artist and then come back. And eventually, they worked out their problems. Unfortunately, Jackie passed away. Ike went on to get married yet again to the lovely Tina, and released this great record, The Soul of Ike and Tina Turner, which is the first album to have Ike Turner's name on the album, on Sue Records. It's a great album. Now, one of the records that they say is the founding rock and roll record comes from this album right here, Clyde McPhatter and the Drifters. But it's before the Drifters. It's Clyde McPhatter and the Dominoes. So before Atlantic Records, Clyde McPhatter signed on with Billy Ward and his Dominoes to the Federal King family, started by Sid Nathan. And this record, 60 Minute Man, was number 1 after Rocket 88. Now, it held a longer position, but it was the next number 1 rhythm and blues record after Rocket 88. Now, it definitely cannot be the first rock and roll record if it comes after Rocket 88. Now, Ike Turner said that there is no such thing as rock and roll, that it's still R&B. But When the white people put the wang and sang on top of the boogie, that became rock and roll. So, it's really an esoteric topic, and you really can't say what the first rock and roll record is. But you can't go wrong with Memphis, Sam Phillips, Ike Turner, distorted guitar. It might not be the very first rock and roll record, but it might be the last R&B record in the evolution of R&B before rock and roll arrives. So I'm Ike Frasier, and I really appreciate you guys tuning into the channel and taking your time to visit with us. Please subscribe, click the like button, give us any comments you'd like. We'd love to hear from you, and we'll see you next time. It's your old pal Ike Frasier, your record guide and historian on the YouTube channel. Thank you so much, my friends. We'll see you next time.
Do you love me or?
Yeah, you know I love you. You know I love you. Ain't gonna never change.
That's right. You look nice. You make fun of me. You believe that? Remember, you know, I mean, you believe that.
I don't
I don't know why.